guys, Jay! Welcome back to the channel. Guys, this is absolutely crazy. The new Turtles of Grayskull continue to make waves, and as we've already seen, the backing cards have revealed that Master Splinter is coming to the line. At least, the artwork in the backing cards has revealed characters that have been released in the past, and that shouldn't change with this line. As a matter of fact, the artwork for the new mini-comic, illustrated by Freddie Williams II, has been posted by Toy Habits as well as our friends over at the Turtles of Grayskull Collector Group on Facebook. I want to take a deep dive and see exactly what was revealed on these new mini-comic pages, because there are some brand new teases for figures which are totally blowing my mind. Let's take a look, guys, and see exactly which figures were revealed in the issue 2 of the Turtles of Grayskull mini-comic. Let's have a look. I want to give you a huge shout out to ToyHabits.com for posting this earlier in the week. This was absolutely amazing news that the Shredder in-hand images also included a new mini-comic with a whole bunch of teases. And guys, we were super excited to see exactly what was going to happen here. Unfortunately, some of the images were a bit fuzzy, and it wasn't until I got a message from the Turtles of Grayskull collectors on Facebook. These guys have been hitting it out of the park recently, and thanks to them, and of course, member Michael Smith, we got high-res scans of the Turtles of Grayskull mini-comic. There are a lot of drops happening here. Some confirmations, maybe? Let's have a look at what was revealed in the Turtles of Grayskull mini-comic. This is crazy, everybody. Check it out. The Turtles of Grayskull mini-comic. Here we can see the front cover with the Turtles Grayskull logo. Looks like we're in some sort of dungeon. I mean, we can see the cells here with the grates, and they're surrounded by the evil henchmen of Shredder and Skeletor. The Turtles of Grayskull, Man-at-Arms, and Teela donning their new Eternian-style gear, which is inspired as well by the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Here we can see a whole bunch of things happening, including the fact that they are surrounded by Beastman in his new armor set, the new Mutated Mer-Man, and what's going on here, Shredder is standing right beside Skeletor, but Skeletor has a brand new set of armor. Is this a Shogun type of Skeletor? This is crazy. And he no longer has his Havoc Staff. He has some sort of mutated Havoc Staff. It's no longer a ram's head. It's a ram's head, but it has a sickle in the back. What is going on? That's kind of crazy, guys. I wonder what's happening with Skeletor. Has he actually been mutated to a certain degree? This is absolutely crazy. Let's dive into this comic, guys, and see what Skeletor and Shredder have been up to. The first panel we jump into right away. It starts off with his name is He-Man. Fabulous secret powers revealed to him the day he held aloft his magic sword and said, "By the power of Grayskull." Oh my god, Freddie Williams II artwork is just absolutely amazing. I have the power! And he becomes He-Man. And that's how he became He-Man, the most powerful man in the universe. Whoa! How much longer are we going to sit around and do nothing? Dude, I'm upgrading one of the cybernetic life forms into an entirely new cybernetic life form. It's gonna take some time. Raph, can you please ease up? Donnie really needs to focus. Look at this entire concept here. I mean, Mikey's still eating his pizza. Duncan is regaling Mikey with stories of how Adam has become He-Man. And of course, we have Donatello still working on Roboto inside of Duncan's lab. It's amazing. Raph is getting a little bit upset. No, Leo, I won't back off. While we're polishing our shells, Krang is out there making Mauser monsters. Leonardo says, which is why we need to practice patience, like Master Splinter always says. And while the two Turtle brothers are still arguing, oh please tell me what Master Splinter always says if I haven't heard it a million times. Well, if you wanted to listen to him once in a while, maybe you would have had reminders of what he always says. You ever think about that? Meanwhile, it looks like Teela's surprised by who's at the door. You! Mikey finally realizing what's going on. Bro, we got like a situation here. You won't darken our doorstep, monster! Finally realizing who it is, Duncan reacts. Beastman! Quickly, Teela, throw him in a cell! Teela taking the advantage. Consider yourself lucky my father is merciful. Donatello reacting. Yikes! Remind me to stay on Teela's good side while taking down Beastman in his entirety. Finally getting into a cell, Teela reports, "We've swept the entire palace grounds. He came alone." While Duncan reacts, "A bit bold, even for you, Beastman, and taken so easily. Almost as if you intended to be captured. What's your game?" Beastman replies, "I know where He-Man is." Startled, he continues, "You heard me. I can help you find him." He begins the tale of exactly what happened. "It began when Skeletor summoned myself, Mer-Man, Trapjaw, and Faker to his altar room. He discovered a new power entering our universe, called it to planet Eternia, and captured it before it could merge with the power of Grayskull. The power was really a bridge to another universe, and it landed with an explosion in the swamp of Gagoon, where we found two intruders muttering to each other about letting the turtles escape." It's really amazing seeing the wonderful layouts that Freddie Williams II is able to make. They had something, however. Something Skeletor said that is the key to defeating He-Man once and for all. The one named Krang called it mutagen. Oh no, the ooze! Who I can only imagine is Leonardo because of the color of the font. "Nothing good ever comes from ooze." I'm gonna imagine that's Man-at-Arms. And then I think this is Michelangelo. "I don't know, sounds kind of fun to say. Ooze." And we can see that Skeletor and Krang are striking a bargain, while Shredder seems to be a little bit more apprehensive, standing just a little bit to the side. Together, Skeletor and Krang created a portal to connect their Dimension X to our planet Eternia. They began work on their aligned goal. Skeletor would help Krang conquer his planet if Krang helped Skeletor conquer Eternia. We can see them having a toast, while, is that Rocksteady and Beebob? What? And of course, we've already seen Leatherhead in the first issue of the comic book, and they seem to be carrying Mausers in this package here. Mutagen, something I can't really read the font there. It's hard to make out. It might say Baxter Stockman. I'm not really sure if that's what it says, but maybe that's an early indication of who else might be joining us in action figure form. That's going to be a lot of fun. We can really tell that this is the interior, lower decks of Snake Mountain. We can see all the crag rocks and the entrances, and it looks like they even have a system of railways. It's kind of crazy. Beastman goes on to say, "Despite Skeletor's promises, I never trusted those outsiders. Those who did never returned from the swamp of Gagoon." Interesting. And we see the shot of Shredder with Trapjaw, and I guess Trapjaw never did return. "But I did get a closer look, and I saw a few of your friends, Ram-Man and Moss-Man, and He-Man." Here we can see Moss-Man and Ram-Man being dunked into the ooze chamber, which resembles Shredder's appearance with all those spikes emanating from above, and they look like they're in total agony. But it looks as if He-Man was the first one to be mutated, being held back with gigantic chains by all three of Shredder's minions, Beebob, Rocksteady, and of course Leatherhead, while Skeletor is using his mystic powers to control He-Man. This is crazy. Moving down further, Beastman goes on to say, "I knew I was next. They would come for me. No place was safe. No place but one. The home of the only warrior capable of ridding Eternia from these intruders, the Eternian Palace. So you see, we are on the same side in this battle," he says while he's still trapped inside a cage. Teela goes on to say, "We would be foolish to trust him, Father." And Duncan replies, "I agree. Still, there's truth in his story. But how to sneak in undetected?" And then out of the shadows, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles finally reveal themselves, startling Beastman. "That's where we come in. The art of the ninja is becoming one with the shadows. I fear he underestimated the sneakiness." I still love that wig that Mikey's wearing. It just kills me. I think this is Donatello speaking. "I'm going to stay behind and finish Project Metal Boto with Duncan. There's a hidden tracker in Beastman's armor. You guys know what to do." It looks like they've given armor to Beastman to protect him because obviously they're going to battle. But Donatello has obviously hidden a tracker in Beastman's armor so they know exactly where they're going and maybe meet up with them later on. "Yup, dance off to save the universe." I'm pretty sure that's Mikey. And then Raph, because the font is in red, "Mikey, I swear, one more movie reference." I guess they're talking about Guardians of the Galaxy. The narrator goes on to say, "Beastman led the heroes through the maze of tunnels underneath Eternia. Down and down they crawled." Forebodingly, Mikey reacts, "This is definitely a trap." And Teela goes, "Definitely." Finally, they reach their destination. And it definitely was a trap. It looks like they're in some sort of arena, almost what used to be perhaps a prison. And Shredder calls out to them, "Welcome, turtles, to your doom." And we can see that they're surrounded by a myriad of foes. The mutated Moss-Man, Slacker, Ram-Man, Beastman is in the pit, and we can see, is that a mutated version of Mer-Man? Oh my gosh, new figure guys, new figure. The three Turtle Brothers and Teela are surrounded. "Well done, Beastman. Once again, you have proven your loyalty and will be rewarded." Mikey, sarcastically probably saying, Gasp! Betrayal! I'm shocked! Just shocked! I love it. Beastman, jumping out of the pit, returns to his master's side, and Krang reacts by saying,
Now then, Turtles, it's time to be rid of you once and for all.
Shredder continues by saying, Our mutants are just the beginning. Raphael just sneering, Your mutated goon squad? These jokers are nothing we can't handle. Michelangelo agreeing, saying, Not really tough. But Leonardo knows better. Raph, I don't think that's the reveal he had in mind. And it definitely was not. As we can see, their true opponent, Teela, reacting, Is that He-Man? And Michelangelo just reeling back, saying, I always imagined him a little less rabid. And of course, Skeletor just laughing, enjoying the moment. With his brand new attire, I mean, that helmet really looks stunning. And you know what? It's giving me shades of another Skeletor, kind of like something out of New Adventures. If you guys remember, this version of Skeletor, the Discs of Doom Skeletor, had this kind of headdress, which was, it was a little bit more kind of Shogun inspired, you know, like a samurai inspired helmet. Here it's a little bit less obvious, but this is really where I keep thinking it's kind of like a samurai type of headdress. The toy was very much less so. It was actually more of a helmet, which he could use to cover his face. Kind of like, the man in the iron mask kind of situation. But it really was interesting seeing this and just giving me shades of that type of samurai-like motif. He-Man lands with a massive thud, saying, Rah! Leonardo warning all of his allies, heads up! Michelangelo reacting with ninja-like prowess. Dude, not that way, Rambro. Just barely avoiding Ram-Man, who slams right into the brick wall with a boom. Teela reacting, saying, they've been brainwashed. Raphael being entangled in the vines of Mossman, saying, yep, sure sounds like the ooze. Michelangelo also warning, duck and dodge, dudes. Whereas Leonardo, taking on Mer-Man, says, they're too strong. Our weapons have no effect. And as Krang, reveling in this moment, says, yes, mere moments and we will dine on turtle soup. But a robotic voice appears out of nowhere. Do not be certain, Krang. Sensing something is approaching, Shredder seems to take his leave, whereas Skeletor looks up into the heavens, where a Talon fighter appears high above the skies. Everyone reacts by saying, Roboto, Metalhead? And the robotic voice answers, both and neither. I am Metal Boto. Landing with a clang, Metal Boto continues to say, quickly, my friends, now's your chance to escape. With Teela reacting, what about you? And we can see Donatello, who has also come to the rescue, shouting, Metal Boto can handle it, I've got the ooze. And Man-at-Arms, I believe, is in the cockpit saying, it's now or never. Krang and Skeletor screams, no! While the Wind Raider escapes. And man, that's kind of cold. They just left Metal Boto to defend himself against the entire forces of Skeletor's army and He-Man. That's just, oh my god, that's just terrible. That is cold, man. That is cold. Looks like they left the battle and regrouped on a hilltop, Man-at-Arms planning their next move. We need to reverse engineer the ooze, then we can heal He-Man and the rest. The only problem is, and Teela reacting, we don't have enough time. What do we do? The four brothers meditating together by the campfire come up with their final plan. Leonardo reacting, whenever we don't know what to do, we meditate on the problem in front of us. We can focus, and soon the answer will replace the question. Raphael agreeing with his brother. It's like Leo always says, it's what Master Splinter teaches us. While Donatello says, I wish he was here right now. Teela reacts by saying, if you need answers to unknown mysteries, there's only one logical place to go next. Staring off into the distance, she looks, and there, standing ominously in the background, Castle Grayskull. Reacting as most of us will, Mikey just says, did anyone else not see the creepy castle with the skeleton head? Which is kind of ridiculous. I mean, the damn thing's so huge. Next, Volume 3, By the Power of Grayshell. That was freaking awesome, everybody. Holy crap, everybody. What an incredible look. The Turtles of Grayskull is going strong in 2024, and I can't wait until we get these guys into our collection. Cowabunga. Oh my god, guys, that was absolutely crazy. I can't believe that we possibly could be getting Leatherhead, Beebob, and possibly Rocksteady as well as a brand new figure in Mutated Mer-Man. Oh my gosh. And that's not even talking about Skeletor, who's getting a brand new set of armor, especially that brand new head sculpt. Guys, could that be Shogun Skeletor? I'm going to be calling him that because I think he does definitely look like some sort of Shogun-inspired warrior with his new samurai-type helmet. This is absolutely nuts, guys. Let me know in the comment section below, what are your thoughts about these teases and leaks from the comic book, which was illustrated by Freddie Williams II. Guys, are you excited about these releases as much as I am? I know I'm going to be on bated breath to see what these brand new characters could possibly look like. Or are you guys kind of still on the fence about this entire Turtles of Grayskull thing, and you're not really that delighted that these two properties even came together in this manner? Let me know those comments in the comment section below, guys. Another huge shout out to Toy Habits for breaking this news early last week, and of course, another massive shout out to the Turtles of Grayskull Collective Group for posting those pages. Thank you guys so much. Guys, I'll definitely have links in the description below for both of those channels. Give them a like and a follow. Tell them that Jay sent you. If you enjoyed this episode, guys, please do leave me a like. It really does help me out. And if you're in the position to help out the channel, please consider checking out my Patreon page. It's MegaJRetro on Patreon. Guys, the patrons and channel members of the channel help me make wonderful episodes every single week, and I couldn't do it without them. They are the best. Thank you so much for your support, everybody. It really means the world to me. Guys, I hope you're all doing well, staying safe. And as always, everybody, thank you very much for watching. We have the power, everybody. We have the power. Turtle power. Good journey. Geek proud.